Alright, everybody, so both Game 6s of the conference finals are in the books. Both ended in overtime, which is something pretty interesting, and one of which was a series ender. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into the first one, the Lightning and the Islanders. This game was played in New York, and the Islanders forced a Game 7 with a 3-2 overtime victory. Obviously, they were facing elimination, and they were coming off a 8-0 loss just one game before. So a lot of people thought, there's no way they can overcome this. And, hockey, it's, you can be down on yourself for losing like that, but they showed that they aren't. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, basically, the first goal was from Braden Point, actually, on the Lightning. That was about 16 minutes into the first period. Good goal for him. The Lightning just seemed, at this point, one step ahead of them, which allowed them to get the goal. So, yeah, pretty good goal for him. Vasilevsky played pretty good in this game as well. And then 13 minutes into the second, Anthony Cirelli scored for the Lightning, giving Tampa that 2-0 lead. And that was important because, a 2-0 lead is hard to overcome, but New York did overcome it eventually because Jordan Eberle made it a 2-1 game for the Islanders. Got on the board with a goal about 5.5 minutes left, and the goal kind of obstructed Vasilevsky's view, so it wasn't entirely his fault. But yeah, we head to the second intermission. Tampa Bay is one period away from the Stanley Cup, but the Islanders made it interesting. Scott Mayfield tied the game up with about 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third, so that tied the game up. Good goal for him coming out on the right side. I mean, he placed that puck pretty perfectly, and we head to overtime. So, a potential cup clincher goal for the Lightning. However, Anthony Bellavia scored for the Islanders just about 1 minute and 8 seconds into overtime. They get the victory, and so now we'll have Game 7, and the Game 7 will be in Tampa. I think it's going to be really interesting. Something just to point out, for some reason, the Islanders fans threw beer cans at their own team when they won. Didn't really make much sense. Just something funny and weird, but I think Game 7 is going to be really interesting. I think, this has been a really good series. Both these teams have talent, so I think without a doubt, going to be a good one. Now let's get to the one that everyone's talking about, the Canadiens versus the Knights. Let me grab this real quick. I love to see the Las Vegas Golden Knights lose, so I'm going to be wearing this just for the rest of this video. Basically, another overtime game. The Canadiens play at their own home stadium. It's the first time they're in the Cup since 1993 when they beat the LA Kings, and I believe that was the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup, so they have a shot at it. But no one really expected the Canadiens to get here. I did not. I mean, to be fair, it's a weird year. In any other year, this wouldn't happen because we're going to have two East teams in the Cup, which is really weird to think about because, the North Division made everything weird. But, without a doubt, good series. I love seeing the Knights lose, like I said. I think I've said that in most videos, just because, they're bitter rivals of the Sharks. So I was rooting against them. I just conveniently have this hat. But I'm not a Canadiens fan, but I am a fan of seeing the Golden Knights lose, so I was rooting against them in every game. First goal came pretty early in the game, 16 minutes in, about Shea Weber scored for the Canadiens, really good goal for him. I believe that was his first goal of this entire postseason. It was on the power play, pretty good goal. However, Riley Smith, who has been dealing for the Knights this entire postseason, he tied the game up not too much after, so only about a minute of celebrating for the Canadiens, and that tied the game up at 1. Now we head to the second period. Carey Price was amazing this whole game. Cole Caulfield got an amazing goal. This dude's like a rookie sensation. It was a great goal from Caulfield. It was kind of like a breakaway situation. He placed the puck perfectly around Robin Lehner. No flurry in net. We had Lehner, which, I guess is, they're both really good goalies. But good goal for Caulfield. I mean, this guy has speed. He's got talent. He's able to place the puck wherever he, wants to, at least from these past goals he's got. And yeah, Carey Price stayed strong. We head to the third period. Now, just at the beginning of the third period, the Knights were already dominating the third period. I mean, they had the puck in the Montreal zone most of that whole time. About 1 minute and 8 seconds in, Alec Martinez, who has a history of getting clutch playoff goals, got the game-tying goal. So, that made it 2-2, and, it would stay 2-2 for the rest of the regulation. Now we go to overtime, and about a minute and a half into overtime, there is an odd man rush for the Canadiens, and Arturi Lehkonen gets the game winner, the cup clincher to go to the cup. And I just think that's a great way to win and go to a cup, especially in front of your home fans. It is limited capacity there in Canada, but I mean, still, that is just amazing. I think it's so cool to have like a walk-off type win. It's like in baseball when you hit a home run to go to the World Series, or in football you make that field goal with 1 second left to go to the Super Bowl. It was like that, and especially against a team like the Golden Knights. It's a weird playoff bracket. I mean, the Canadiens, it's weird because they're on the eastern side of Canada and they're in the west. This is like one of the weirdest Stanley Cups, but they for sure will be going. They won in 6 games. I mean, I think Vegas is the better team overall, but they did not play like they wanted it. I think the Canadiens played like a team that wanted to go to the Stanley Cup. The Knights, I found them a good team, but they played a little bit lazier than they needed. They needed to play on top of their game, and I think a lot of people were underestimating the Canadiens, which kind of made them a little bit lazy. But yeah, final score 3-2, and they're heading to the Stanley Cup. So we'll have one more conference finals game, which will be Islanders and Lightning, Game 7. So let me know your guys' thoughts, and I'll see you when that happens. Peace out.